Hello and welcome to this tutorial on Introduction to Web Programming Lab Exercises. In this tutorial we will be going ahead and learning various different lab exercises concerned to web programming course. It's an introductory course where we will be learning the very basic aspects of how to design the web pages and how to style them and how to provide the basic dynamic capabilities for the web pages. So in this regard, for this session we will be going ahead and learning this very first exercise wherein we create an XHTML page using several tags to accomplish these following tasks. First thing is to create a paragraph containing text with this message which says all that glitters is not gold, which needs to be boldface and should be italicized. Okay, and the second thing that we need to do here is to write this particular equation on the web page: x equal to 1 divided by 3 y1 square plus z1 square. And the third task here is put a background image to the entire web page and demonstrate all attributes of the background image. And the last task here is to create unordered list of 5 fruits and ordered list of 3 different flowers. Okay, so let's jump into the practicality of this. Let me open up one of the editors. So I'll be using Visual Studio Code here to write the code to create web pages. So I have opened up this. Let me create one of the files, say first.html. okay, and if I do this, I'll be able to get the very first basic structure of HTML web page. So every web page must have these basic tags, and every HTML page needs to be given a name with .html as its extension. So that's what I have done here. I have just named my file as first.html, and later, just by pressing the exclamation mark, I am able to generate this code automatically through this editor. Okay, so these are the very basic set of tags that one must write in order to create very basic web page. Okay, so doc type HTML is the very first line of code that we write to make the browser understand that we are writing an HTML code right after this. So the document type that we are dealing with is of type HTML. Okay, and then we have this HTML tag. We usually call this as opening tag, and it has an attribute which describes or which gives some additional properties to the specific tag. Currently here it is lang, indicating the language that we are using for this particular entire web page is English. Okay, in the exercise they have asked us to create an XHTML page, right? So let this be an HTML. We just have to provide one additional attribute here, which is XMLNS, which indicates XML namespace, just to make this an XHTML web page. Okay, so we need to provide this XMLNS attribute with this particular value: http://www.w3.org/1999/xhtml. Okay, so we need to provide this namespace just to indicate the standards that we are following is from this particular URL, XHTML. Okay. Now, right after this, we have head section in which we have two different meta tags, one indicating the UTF-8 standard usage, and the other one is for setting up the viewport for various different width devices. Okay, and title is being given here as the document. Let us change it. Let's say first exercise. Okay, and let us go ahead and work it out with different tasks that we need to do. So the first thing that we need to do is write a paragraph containing this particular text and make it bold as well as italicize it. Okay, so let's do that. So let us write a paragraph. So to write a paragraph, we need to use p tag, paragraph tag. So the text here is all that glitters is not gold. Okay, fine. So we have written a paragraph. Let's make it bold by adding a tag called as strong. So we need to add this strong tag within the paragraph tag just to make the text to be bold. Okay, so the text is written within paragraph tag and it is also made bold by adding strong tag. Okay, and there is one more thing that we need to do is to make it italicized. Okay, so either I can make use of I tag or I can also make use of em tag. Both will do the same task for us. So let us use em tag to make it emphasized. Okay, so automatically you will be getting the closing tag here. So I'm just putting it at the end of the text. Okay, so we have these things here. So we have a paragraph, inside that we have strong tag, we have em tag right inside that. Okay, so this is how we can embed as many tags as we want as per the need. Okay, so this is how your first task needs to be accomplished. Okay, so let us go to the folder structure and then run this. Okay, so let me run it through Google Chrome. Okay, yeah, so this is how it is. So you can see the result here. It is bold as well as it is italicized and it is written with a paragraphic content that we had written. Okay, so let us come back to our tasks. So first task is over. We will have to concentrate on the second one, which is creating an equation which is x equal to 1 by 3 y1 square and z1 square. Okay, let us see how we can do this. Okay, so let me go to the new line and once again let us create a paragraph. Okay, and inside the paragraph let's write this equation. Okay, so let us say equation x is, or let's write as lowercase x. Okay, x is equals to 1 divided by 3 and next comes the inner part of the bracket. Okay, so here we need to write y and then super tag. Okay, because we want to make it a square, right? So y1 square and z1 square. So superscript as well as subscript needs to be written here. So let me use sub as well. So here I'll write 1. So superscript as well as subscript needs to be written like this. After this we will have a plus symbol and then we will have the z, the last variable, and then we will write superscript and here also we will write 2 And then let's also write the subscript tag using the sub tag. So here we can write 1. Okay, and after doing this, ultimately let us close the bracket. Okay, so this is how we write equations. Whenever we want to write something as a subscript, we should use sub tag, and whenever we want to make one of the values to be superscript, we will have to use sup tag. Okay, so let us go back to the browser and then refresh to see the results of the second task. So this is how it is. Okay, so equation x is equals to 1 by 3 y1 square and z1 square. I hope you can see the results here. So this is how it looks like. Okay, so we have accomplished our second task. Let us go back to the third one. So this is what we need to do in the third task. Put a background image to a page and demonstrate all attributes of background image. Okay, so to do this, we need to work with styles because we are dealing with background images, correct? So in order to do this, what we need to do is we should go back to our head section where we write style tag. Okay, so let us write the style tag. So within the style tag, we should start writing the styling part. Okay, so let us define type is equals to text bar css. Okay, and let us write the background image. So they have asked us to add the background image for the entire web page, correct? So that's why we need to write the background image related properties within the style section. Okay, so we need to apply this background image for the entire body. Okay, so that's why we will write body here. This is the selector that we are working with. Selector means we will be addressing a specific part of the web page through this selector. So if we have written body, it means the body is getting selected here for applying various different styles that we are going to write. Okay, so for the body, let's add background image. Okay, so background image with URL, we need to specify what is the background image that we would like to represent. So within the URL, I should specify the exact path of the image. Okay, so here in our case, we have one of the files. Yeah, it is background.jpg. I have a jpg file here. Let me use that here. It's in the same location, so I need not specify any other path. I can directly specify the name of the file. Okay, background image. Okay, so let us save this and let us go back to the browser and see how it looks like. If I come back and refresh, this is how it looks like. Okay, I just zoomed in, so this is the zoomed out view of the web page. Okay, you can see here that the background image is replicated, or you can say repeated, right? So because of its size. Okay, we can also manage the size as per our needs. Okay, there is one more property that we can add just to make this web page not to repeat. Okay, so that property is background and then repeat. Okay, so for the background repeat, I can just say repeat, or repeat in X direction, or repeat in Y direction, or I can just select no repeat. It means I am not allowing that background image to repeat. Okay, so save this, and if I go back to the browser and then refresh, you can see the result like this. Because we have set background image not to repeat, it has just represented it once. Okay, so even we can change this. Okay, I can just make it repeat back again, so that you can see the stuff getting repeated. Okay, let us also add one more property of the background image, which is background position. Okay, so background position can be with these values, or I can specify in terms of numbers with specific measurements, or it can be generic values also, like center, bottom, or initial, left, right, top, right? These values can also be specified. Okay, so let us make it center, background position to be center. Okay, so if I come back to the browser and then refresh, this is how it appears. Okay, it has changed. Okay, the position at which the background image should appear is going to be set like this. Okay, so if I change it, let's make it left. Okay, if I do this, then probably you might see the stuff in a different way. Okay, so this is how the background image position can be set to vary the way it is viewed. Okay, so let us add one more property of the background, which is background size. Okay, background size, I can add any of the values, or I can use these prefix values such as contain and cover. Okay, so let me use this cover. Okay, with the help of which I'll be able to specify the dimensions of the background image. Okay, so if I come back to the browser and then refresh, you can see the stuff like this. Okay, so now it is covering the entire screen. Okay, since we have made it repeat. Okay, since we have made it repeat, that's why it is getting repeated. You can see it at the bottom here. Okay, so the first part is covering the entire space of the screen because of background size that we have specified just now. Okay, and there is one more. Okay, which is background attachment. Okay, so this background attachment can be fed with these values, either fixed, local, or scrollable, or is going to inherit its parent value or initial, or we can also unset it. Okay, so we can make it fixed. Okay, we can make this background attachment to be fixed. So let us come back to the browser and then refresh. This is how it is. Okay, so this is now currently occupying the entire space of the screen. Okay, fine. So this is how we can deal with background image related properties. Okay, so along with this, let us add few more styles. One is font family. Let's stick to Arial. Okay, let us add these additional styles so that we can see the results in an easier way. Okay, let us add some margin. Okay, let's say 0 pixels, or directly I can specify it as 0, and then let's add some padding. Okay, so padding, let's make it 20 pixel. Okay, so padding is nothing but the distance that we have across all four sides of the box. Box means the box model. Okay, so if we just specify one value for the padding, it means it is applied across all four sides of the box. Okay, and we are also setting up some margin value for the box. Okay, so let us do this, and if we come back to the browser again and then refresh, this is how it appears. Okay, a certain amount of space is left across all four sides of this particular stuff, because everything that we have written inside the body is going to be applied with whatever the rules that we have written here. Okay, so this is how we have accomplished our third task. Okay, putting up a background image and then applying all those background image related attributes. Okay, now the last one, which is the final one, to create unordered list of 5 fruits and then ordered list of 3 flowers. Okay, so let us go back to the editor and then try to do this task. Okay, so let us come back to the body section again, because we need to add the content of the web page now. So let's add the unordered list first. So to add unordered list, we should have ul tag. Okay, so under the ul tag we should have li. Okay, and let us add 5 different fruits. Okay, so once again li tag, and let me write this, and let us add one more li tag, and this time let's add strawberry, and let us add one more li tag, and this time let's add banana as the 4th fruit, and then one more li tag wherein we add grapes as the 5th fruit. Okay, so this is how we add unordered list. Okay, I'm just writing a comment here. Okay, unordered list, this is how we write the unordered list. We will have to start with the ul tag, and li tag is going to be listing the items. Okay, so 5 fruits we have listed out in an unordered way. Okay, let us add the ordered list of 3 flowers. So ordered list can be added up with ol tag. Okay, so let me write the comment again here, ordered list, and inside this let us add li, and let's say lily flower. Okay, and let us write few flower names here. Okay, so rose, and one more tulip. Okay, so these are the 3 different flowers that we have listed out with ol tag to make it ordered list. Okay, so let us save this file. Okay, I'm just doing it like this. I'm just using a shortcut key which is Control S. Every time I write something, I need to press Control S, or I can directly go to File section and then do this save. Okay, so if we come back to the browser and then refresh, this is how we see it. Okay, so all that glitters is not gold is your first task. Second task is equation x equal to 1 by 3 y1 square plus z1 square, and then we have the third task, which is background image, which is represented here, and the fourth one is to represent unordered list and ordered list of different fruits and flowers. Okay, so this is how your first exercise can be worked out. Okay, so thank you for watching.